quarter. North Adelaide lead by 11 points. A great first quarter, which saw North Adelaide get away to kick 4 goals pretty quickly, but Woodville came back. Clisby gets a high kick. It was touched. They'll have to play it on. Andrew Jarman couldn't mark the ball. Lund tried to go through. Livis got the quick kick away. Colin McDonald puts it out to John Martin. The left boot's a bit short. Tiller can't mark the ball. Bowman goes through. Well backed up by Tiller, and that's holding the ball. Well fought out there by the North Adelaide captain. Robertson wanted it, but he's going to go towards centre wing. Campbell and Martin, neither player could mark the ball. It pushed out towards McDonald again, but he couldn't pick it up, but he got the free kick for a tackle which was around the back of his head according to the umpire's motion. McDonald puts one in. It's a floater. Stephen Nichols has got it. He's a great goal kicker, Stephen Nichols. That one's on the way. What a superb kick. His first goal. Woodville 4 without a miss. Trail North Adelaide 4-5.
Well, Colin McDonald did some very good work across the centre of the ground then for quite some few minutes, or for the first minute or so. It seems like minutes. It's been going backwards and forwards. But in that first minute, he did some very hard work. And finally, they got the ball up to the forward pocket. Nichols made good position to receive in a bit of space that was created there. He left Paul Arnold way out behind him. And that was a magnificent kick for goal. 4 goals to Woodville, 4-5 to North Adelaide.
Well, the challenge is on. The Warriors putting it right up to North Adelaide as Livis bursts through the centre of the ground. Picking up is Andrew Jarman, beaten in the first quarter. John Riley to Clisby. The movement is to Bennett. He's at right half forward flank. It comes back now. Robertson's the runner. The handball missed him. Haylock couldn't pick it up. Robertson weaves through the pack. Off he goes now. He won't reach the goal with that kick. Dietrich is down there. He's way out of position. Max Parker played it very well, like a veteran that he is. Lund got rid of it quickly. Fantasia now puts the ball on the ground. Clears for the Warriors to the centre of the ground. Livis under the ball, but so is Parsons. Couldn't take the mark. He's in a lot of bother there. Ball is shuffled out. Here they go again through Haylock. Haylock goes up to Bowman, and he marks it left half forward flank.
And some great play then by Woodville. I missed the player in the centre too, Peter, did that handball. Magnificent handball. Arnold just tapping it forward. McDonald's in there again, coming through Bowman. He's in everything. Handball across to Templeton. Templeton with the opportunity. And finally, Woodville have posted it behind. They're 4-1, 25. North 4-5, 29. 4 points the difference. That was Templeton, number 16 on the screen. He was the man that did the fine job in the centre. That little handball on the up. When they take the ball on the ground, instead of straightening up and running with it, just to give it on the up. Gee, it gets the teams running. Paul Arnold, he gives it to David Tiller. Tiller with a long kick, some 50 metres towards centre wings, a push in the back against David Robertson. He just shoved as hard as he could to Kevin Harris. And Kevin Harris will take the free kick on the half-forward line for Woodville.
Kicked a great goal in the first quarter. He's doing good work too. Nichols on a lead. It goes over him. It went through Harris as well. Here's another chance. Templeton was thrown out of his hands. Clisby got the long one back. Detman again. The left-hand handball was a fraction soft. Parsons, Sanders. That one was a bit soft too. It missed Robertson, and there'll be a throw in right half forward flank for the Warriors. Well, they look very impressive. Haven't seen them since Glenelg beat them at Glenelg Oval about 6 weeks ago, but their form since very, very steady. Andrew Jarman superbly then to Robertson. A wobbly kick forward. Reading it well was Darren Jarman. He knew exactly where that ball was. Up to centre half forward now. Redden comes across the front, but it was Parker who punched it away. Fantasia, or Lund. Lund was going to, he was thinking about where the ball was going before he got it. Another kick away, John Martin. I think the North Adelaide player will get there first for this one. It's 3 against 1. Andrew Jarman ran straight past it. Through goes Colin McDonald. He may be able to pick it up before it gets to the line. Yes, he did. Over the top, Nichols. No. And was it the field umpire or the boundary umpire that called that one up, Robert?
Goal umpire, I reckon. Yeah, the goal umpire snuck around to the fence. He's over near the signs there. I think he caught him out just at the last second. Nearly got away with that. Parsons is tapping it down. Not much. Harris trying to bulldoze through the pack, giving an opportunity there for Woodville, but Riley relieves. Riley to Riley. Stephen to John. Paul Arnold, the full-back. He's very wide on this occasion. Up to centre wing. Pointing high in the air. Just comes off hands. Peter Schwarz. Schwarz just calmly handballing the ball away to Fuller. Had a very good game in the centre of the ground. His kick to the half-forward line, long and strong. Arnold from behind. Almost as though he marked that. Umpire not interested. Woodville quickly scrub it forward. Opportunity for Templeton. Has a look back into the centre of the ground. Beautifully done. Robert Bowman. That is good football. Mark number 2 to Robert Bowman. And kick number 3. Straight in front, 15 metres out. This will be Woodville's leading kick. When I say leading, they've hit the lead. They're 5 goals, 1-31, leading North Adelaide by 2 points. Who are on 4-5-29. Woodville fighting back strongly with some very good football, very competitive at the ball. Livers with his left hand on this occasion. Robertson, though, he really steals that ball very well from the defensive side. He's done that the last couple of times we've seen him. Michael Redden, who's in pretty good form up in that full forward area. North Adelaide giving him a good look at the ball. His 5th opportunity, or maybe even 6 opportunities to mark. He's taken 2 of them. The kick's long and strong. Poynton coming in quickly. Almost interfered with. And it's rushed over by the Woodville defence. 4 are behind. So North Adelaide 4-6-30. Woodville 5-1-31.
Desai Dwyer to kick off. Just marginally off centre there. Parker's in the good position to mark, but can't, and slaps it over the top. John Riley. Parsons. A quick kick back. Dietrich into the centre of the pack. Hart rows it well. Scouts it around. Puts it onto the right boot. Hooks it back. And that's marked by Lund. Lund brings it to grandstand side. That's superb. No, it wasn't that well put to Detman. It landed at his feet. Sanders has got pace. So has Detman. Forces the error out on the full. Lund. Tell you what, these Woodville players are keyed up. They're pretty keen. Fuller. Fuller is in total control in the middle. Lund, he backed up well because he was the player that originally kicked it. Taylor, that got a push in the back. Well, Clisby has done that a couple of times now, and right in front of the umpires too, which is it's all right to do that, provided you don't get seen. Fuller. Ninth kick. Martin. Off he goes. Tell you what, they're playing very well. Martin's kick looks for Nichols. Went over him, into the pocket, and there'll be a throw-in in that position. The feature of the Woodville play at the moment, Peter, there's no doubt about it, is their ability to recover after making a mistake. They're not hanging their head and worrying about the opposition running away. They're after them. They're forcing a lot of kicks, and as a result, they're getting back into attack as a result of that. Tiller getting the ball off hands. He takes the free kick for holding the man. He's in the back pocket. Up towards Parsons and Libbers. Parsons in front, fisted away from him. John Riley under a bit of pressure. The kick's been forced out of bounds on the full. And Ron Fuller's there to take yet another kick. He's had a truckload of them. Number 10 this is. We're only 8 minutes into the second quarter. Kevin Harris. John Martin, handball a little bit soft. Harris coming through strongly. He's pulling the player along. Some people thought he was being tackled. Didn't even slow him down. Martin to half forward. And Gary Haylock in the pocket. It's about 50 metres from goal. Take a pretty good kick. That wind may be favouring the southern end. Not a lot of it. In Football Park, down in this little amphitheatre. Doesn't count. That's a magnificent kick. I think that wind is favouring that bottom end. It's his first goal. Woodville 6 goals, 1 now. North 4-6. 7 points the difference in favour of Woodville. Well, best man on the ground, undoubtedly Ron Fuller. He is controlling the pivot. He's doing it between centre-half forward and centre-half back. He's had 9 kicks, or 10 kicks in fact. 3 marks, and 2 handballs. And Andrew Jarman, on the other hand, when he's getting the ball, he's holding onto it a fraction too long. Parsons trying a long fist forward. Rogers came forward. Parsons got it back. Simmons gives it away to Andrew Jarman. Out towards Dietrich. Big fellow really getting an opportunity. Des O'Dwyer fisting it away. Darryl Hart. Dietrich running on. Shepherds for Hart. Hart tries to screw the ball in. And it's gone straight across the face of the goal and some 20 metres out of bounds alongside the right hand behind post. So there's 7 points the difference. North Adelaide were quickly out of the blocks. They kicked 4 goals early in the first quarter, but since then Woodville have just pegged away. Some very systematic football, good recovery play to hedge back the lead. Poynton receives from Hart. Andrew Rogers at centre half back. Good player too, Andrew Rogers. He'll come to grandstand side. Fuller and Sanders, Detman and Sanders, should I say. Darren Jarman. Back to Stephen Riley. Simmons. Half volley. The handball, he didn't have a look. Fuller into intercepted. Away goes Kevin Harris. Tell you what, he's pretty pacey. Punches the ball long. Whoop, no one was there. Stephen Nichols onto the left boot. Oh, he missed. Tiller just got to him, and Stephen Nichols just missed with that one. Woodville 6-2, North Adelaide 4-6.
I think if Stephen Nichols had to look over his shoulder, if he'd have just gone straight with that kick in the first place, there was no doubt. I think he was thinking about running into the goal square. He thought he was free until it came up from a blind spot. An interference looked like the Parsons, but no. Umpire calls play on. Libas around the corner. John Martin coming in. John Martin again. Trapped off the boot by Matthew Campbell. Sewer in the pocket. Looked as though he pushed in the back, but I think it was after the ball was out of bounds. And the umpire electing not to give a free kick. Parsons and Libas. Libas in front. Parsons from behind. Just not handling the ball that cleanly. Clisby, he's caught. Be holding ball too, I would think. No doubt about it. Trevor Clisby. Too slow onto hand or foot. Andrew Taylor. Very high kick. Arnold and Nichols from behind. Wildy. Nichols in front with his left foot. Goal number 7 to Woodville. They're 7-2. North 4-6. 2 goals to Stephen Nichols.
North Adelaide leading by 9 points as we start this very important last quarter. A big crowd in here at Football Park. Can the Warriors get up? Both sides have played well. Darren Jarman's in the centre of the ground. He went there in the second quarter and he's taken Fuller apart. Fuller took his brother apart in the first quarter and a half. Talking of Andrew Jarman, he left the ground in the third quarter. He went into the dugout and then into the change rooms. He obviously has an injury of some sort. And Matthew Campbell, of course, left the ground as well with a recurrence of that ankle injury. Clisby, wasn't Clisby, it was Parsons who went wide with the ball. Dietrich up there and he couldn't take the mark. He's booted 3 goals, Grenville Dietrich. And the man at the other end, Stephen Nichols, has booted 5. 4 great goals in the third quarter and a brilliant snap. 4 great goals in the second quarter and a brilliant snap in the third quarter. Schwarz kicks it out of defence. A very high ball. Darren Jarman under the ball and he takes the mark. Boy, he's been a great player. None better in this game. 19 kicks, Darren Jarman. Grenville Dietrich didn't get far off the ground then. Dives back on the ball and there'll be a bounce 20 metres from the North Adelaide goal with the Roosters leading by 9 points.
In yesteryear, Grenville Dietrich would have swallowed that ball. Perfect run at it. Just shows how much his athleticism has left him. It's all strength now. He's got to rely on that. His good kick. Darryl Hart hit the post. Very good attempt then by Hart round his body. North of 12-11 now. Woodville 11-7. Very close game. Woodville come back on the first. They were 11 points behind at quarter time. They picked up 14 points and led by 4 at half time. North Adelaide picked up another 13 points to lead by 9 points at 3/4 time. They're into attack again at the moment. There's O'Dwyer from the back. Kick towards the boundary line. Player down the forward pocket. Looks like Michael Parsons. I don't know whether he's injured or winded, or whether he's literally injured. I think he's injured. Looks like he might have been hit in the groin. Not in the best of places. And a little bit of pain. Back to the centre of the ground. Ron Fuller. Been a lot quieter since Darren Jarman went onto him. Kick to half forward. High in the air. Over the top of Taylor. Sewer being held onto. The umpire's seen that. I think that was a good move by David Wildy to hang on to him. Because if Ralph Stewart had got free, there's a bit of space back there. I think he might have had too much pace for David. Away goes Ralph. Oops, that's as good as you'll ever see. 33 years of age, broken axle, went down onto the knee, put the wheel back together again and up. Finished it off to Fuller. Fuller into the pocket. Opportunity for Taylor. He's marked it. That was a very good kick. Mark number 6 to Andrew Taylor. Been fairly quiet today. Michael Parsons still in a little bit of pain up in that forward pocket. Let's hope he's okay. North Adelaide don't need to lose any more players. A couple of deep breaths. Restore things to normal as Andrew Taylor shoots for goal. Kick number 10. Oh, it's a magnificent kick. Just what Woodville needed. Picks him up another 6 points. His second goal. They're 79 points. 11-7. North are 83. 12-11. There's 4 points the difference.
Oh, this really is a very good game of football, and what superb recovery there by Ralph Sewer to Fuller. and then to Taylor, who really does mark the ball as well as anyone in this town, and he kicked his second goal with consummate ease. 12-7 Woodville, North Adelaide 12-11.
Michael Redden's in the ruck now with Max Parker. They've been rested most of the day. They really got stuck into it in the third quarters when they came into the ball. David Robertson, they've been after him all day. He's been penalised for throwing on this occasion. He's certainly getting near the ball, but Woodville have not let him break through it free. As a 15-metre penalty. North Adelaide players not aware of that. Ron Fuller. Darren Jarman on the mark. Ron Fuller just checking. Kick number 20 coming up. Played very well. If he can just lift himself again. He had a little bit of a down spot for a while, but he'll come good again. He worked very hard in the first part of the game. Taylor in towards the front of the goal square. McDonald spoiling away. Haylock, can he get it to set? He's got it on his boot. It's a goal! Second goal, Gary Haylock. 13-7 to Woodville. 12-11 to North Adelaide. 2 points in front for Woodpeckers. Former Woodpeckers. Warriors.
Yeah, we'll call them the Warriors. Well, it doesn't matter what you call them. They're a damn good football side, and that Andrew Taylor, what a magnificent player he is, caught in the pocket. And with sheer exuberance and athleticism, call it what you like, back onto that left boot. He centred the ball. Haylock got a lucky bounce, but he was still there to meet the ball, and he booted his second goal. The Warriors in front by 2 points.
Michael Redden, bounce favouring him, just hits it forward, picked up by Fuller. Kick, but the umpire judging a throw. And so the free kick is going to go to North Adelaide's Darren Jarman. Oh, geez, played some good footy, Jarman, in the centre of the ground. Just very efficient. Kick number 20 coming up. Magnificent kick it is too, some 50 metres in towards big Michael Parsons, off hands to Lunn. Rogers kicking long to the opposite side of the ground. Templeton takes it, gives it across to Detman. Detman off the edge of his boot. He's out of bounds on the full. So North Adelaide get a reprieve. David Wildy to take the free kick. Hugs the line up to half forward. Off hands from Bennett. Detman coming back quickly with Klomp. And there'll be another bounce at half forward for North Adelaide.
Well, it was a close encounter at Woodville Oval in round 12 when Woodville won that game by 3 points. There's 2 points in it now, Woodville leading, and they really mean business out there as Bennett takes the ball out of the air. Fuller it is, who handballs it really to no one in particular. Kicking off the ground was Stephen Riley, but cutting it off was Libbis. Libbis has followed Parsons everywhere. Parker similarly with Redden. 9 kicks, Terry Libbis. Punching over the top, Templeton. Here's a chance now for Sewer. He has been brilliant. Oh! Went through, head down, bum up. Wasn't caring at all about physical damage, but Ralph's still on his feet, fortunately.
That is courage, Peter.
Oh, excuse me. Someone could have put him out of the ballpark then if... what a delightful tap from Max Parker. Straight to Kevin Harris. John Riley couldn't mark it. He recovered well. He's going to get a free kick. Held on to. The umpire plays it on. Klomp now goes wide. Who's the quickest player out there? Lunn or Simmons? Lunn's got it. I tell you what, the ball's stuck then. Now John Martin, he's got some pace. So has this man Templeton. He dropped the ball though. Tiller slams it out. I'll tell you what, there's a bit of panic out there. Klomp got the ball out. Armfield now kicks the ball high. Fuller's under the ball. Poynton can't mark it. Tries to pick it up. Plenty of hard body work. There's a trip. And the free kick will go to Ron Fuller, who has played superbly. So is his opponent, Darren Jarman. Coach Malcolm Blight would love a victory. Taylor, or can he play? He's at left half forward flank. 7 big marks this afternoon. Taylor, this is his 12th kick, and he's booted 2 goals. I think he's too far out to score. He centres that one. Bit of body work in there, no mark taken. Sanders tries to take it away, but the tackle was good. And Laurie Argent will bounce it at centre half forward for the Warriors.
Coach Michael Noonan, a little concerned. Redden, nice body work. Sanders, quickly over his shoulder. McDonald waiting back across the centre. Can't complete the mark. Darren Jarman's there. Well done though by McDonald. He gives it to Fuller. Andrew Rogers now from centre half back. Attacks the goal square. It's a magnificent kick. Stephen Nichols dropping back, takes the mark. That is a magnificent bit of play. And once again, we see the folly of leaving that loose man across the centre of the ground and just kicking it out blindly. 2 on 1. Darren Jarman had no hope. Tried as hard as he could. Kick number 9, Stephen Nichols. Magnificent kick he is too. His 6th goal. Woodville 14 goals 7. North 12-11 on 7's big lead. So the throw in. Arnold going for it. Just laying it down in front of him. Gets it to Armfield. John Riley. Oh, beautifully done, Riley. His handball out wide to Stephen Riley. Parker. Woodville into attack again. Oh, it's a great kick from Max Parker. Nichols from the back. He's waiting down. But the big fellow David Wildy takes the mark.
Well, he needed to take it too. I tell you what, Andrew Taylor wanted the ball badly. Wildy goes wide, and that's well disposed too. And he finds out there Armfield. North Adelaide have got a score. John Riley. Off he goes. Hasn't had a big day, but he's fighting back to form. Only his 3rd kick. Lund dropped the ball. Through goes the big chap Parsons. Now Robertson, the speedster. Can he do something for North Adelaide? Here's a chance for Poynton. He played it beautifully. He's going to run into an open goal, Poynton. No, he can't kick it. Oh, the pressure was applied. The Woodville defenders ran straight at him. He couldn't straighten up. Kicked the point. And Woodville still in front by 7 points.
That was well done by Des O'Dwyer as he came across the leg then of Michael Poynton. He made metres. Just away from Tiller, away from Michael Templeton, out of bounds, just inside half forward for North Adelaide. At 12 odd minutes into the last quarter, Woodville in front by 7 points. Passes with a long knock back to the check side, finds Darryl Hart. Oh, good tackle placed upon him. And that tackle by Randall Jolly. Hart good enough to get the ball away and out of bounds. So North Adelaide still have held it into the area. See if Parsons can get another knock. That was a beauty, that one. Perhaps went a little bit too far. Libbis this time just knocks into Parsons' hand. Darren Jarman, who's in everything that's worth anything. Sanders coming in quickly to defend Peter Schwarz. Goes through for a behind, a rush behind to North Adelaide. 1 goal the difference, 12-13 to North Adelaide. Woodville 14-7.
Well, it certainly is an outstanding game of football. As Des O'Dwyer this time goes to the outer side, I'm not sure about that. Parker behind, off hands it comes. Oh, that was a good movement. John Martin, he's got a lot of pace. Redden won't catch him. That's his 14th kick. Taylor's up at 10.5 forward. Watch this man's recovery. Against 2 opponents, fights for the ball on the ground. Clisby takes it away though. Played that one pretty well. They're going to run him down though. Holding the ball. Great tackle, Kevin Harris. Or do you think they mean business, this mob? Taylor from behind. Up he goes. Couldn't take the mark. Off hands, Haylock. He's caught. That's holding the ball as well. Well, he's consistent. He is consistent. Stephen Riley. Oh, Taylor is down. I didn't see it. I won't comment. Robert saw it. I might ask him in a minute. Hart goes forward. Poynton marks on his chest. And he's at right half forward flank. Robert, did you see that one?
Yes, David Robertson and Andrew Taylor had a little altercation.
Grenville Dietrich is in the pocket. Beautifully disposed by Poynton. And can Grenville Dietrich level the scores? He's taken 4 marks, Grenville. This will be his 5th kick. Taylor still in the hands of the trainers as Big Grenville lines up for the equaliser. A very tough angle. He won't score a goal with that one. Parsons can't mark it. There's a free kick going to be paid though to Michael Parsons. Held on to before acceptances. And a chance to level the scores. Approaching the halfway mark. The last quarter, 11th kick to Parsons. He puts it through. That's his 2nd goal. North Adelaide level up now, 13-13 to the Warriors, 14-7.
Michael Parsons did that well, and he got himself on the correct side of the ball. Terry Libbis caught out of position behind. Obviously must have just grabbed hold of him at the last second as he was going to go for the ball. He's been penalised for doing the umpire right on the spot. Had no hesitation in awarding the free kick. So the two big fellows have been on each other all day. It's Terry Libbis that's succumbed on this occasion to a free kick. An important one it was. The scores are all locked up, 91 points apiece.
Going to be a great finish. Andrew Taylor is back in business. The trainers have left him. Redden got the tap away. Taylor's into the fray now. Certainly means business. Down he goes. Yes, it's on. It had to be on. Taylor came in, didn't do anything wrong, and he's going to get a free kick. That's the evener upper. 13th kick to Taylor. Nichols is in front. A great punch away there by Arnold. Push in the back. No, play on. Whoop. It's on again. It's on again. Taylor comes in. Out he goes. Oh, excuse me. They are throwing them from everywhere. Well, you don't often... I don't think I've ever seen this in a Woodville North match, but there's a lot on this match. And there's plenty happening in there, but I don't think anyone's been hurt. And David Robertson, who may in fact have been the man that was involved about 2 or 3 minutes ago, was just standing back having a look. There's another... No, they'll have to bring this back. Certainly. No. Well, they've just produced the ball from nowhere, and Woodville have played into an open goal, but it's a Woodville free kick. It's a Woodville free kick. Detman's got it. I don't know how he worked the free kick out of that, but he did. Detman with his 13th kick. Out comes Clisby. He's going to mark that on his chest. And he plays on. He's caught. Oh, Ralph went down. It's Suar's free kick. That's if he can take it. He copped one right in the face. Unintentional. But Ralph knows he's got the ball and he's going to take the free kick, but I tell you what, I don't like the look of his left shoulder. Let's have a look at Ralph, the way he holds his ball, because I think he's hurt his left shoulder. No, he looks all right. I tell you what, he's tough. Whew. Excuse me. Oh, dead centre. What a great goal under pressure. First goal to Ralph Stewart. And you think a few things haven't happened in the last 5 minutes. Woodville in front by 6 points. He had one chance to play in the finals for Woodville, and he blew it. He got injured in a fire brigade match in 1979, and you reckon it's on out there. There are players getting bowled over left, right and centre, and the umpire is going to have to bounce that one, and also try to maintain some sort of control. Plenty of heat out there. Woodville desperate for a win. They don't just want to get in the 5, they want a double chance. And the umpire will bounce it again.
This is a tight game now. Can North Adelaide get their composure back? 18.5 minutes into the last quarter. Composure's what's going to win it. They've got to get at that ball strongly. Woodville are certainly not going to give anything away. John Riley, high in the air to the centre of the ground. Players setting themselves, mark on the half-forward line, and a free kick to Michael Poynton. Bennett's taken some good marks, but he's not going to get this one. Poynton on quickly. Dietrich from behind. O'Dwyer in front, then passes from the side. Terry Libbis has let him get away. That's his 6th mark. Michael Parsons took a very good mark, in fact a couple of very good marks in the second quarter. Michael Parsons, 30 metres. The kick, like an arrow, straight through the centre. North Adelaide, 14-13, 97. Woodville, 15-7, 97 on Sevens Big League.
Well, it's a fantastic game of football. Coach Malcolm Blight, pretty tense in a tense situation, but it's Michael Parsons up there who's kept North Adelaide in the game. He's just too tall for Terry Libbis down there, and he's taken that mark. He got a free kick about 5 minutes ago. He's booted 2 goals in the last quarter. Scores all tied away here at Football Park.
Coach Blight, we saw him on the phone, runner out to Terry Libbis. Redden tapping it wide. Detman puts a hand on it. Parker gets it to Fuller. Fuller the half forward. One hand by Tiller. Almost dropped the ball. The umpire judging he was held on to before he had possession. And he will take the free kick at half back for the Roosters. Tiller to the wing. Kick number 10. Off hands. Hart looking for the ball. Can't find it. Opportunity for Fantasia as he goes to centre wing. Colin McDonald's up there. He's hit high around the head. And he'll take the free kick. He's on centre wing. Scores tied away. 97 points apiece. 14th kick to McDonald. It's a massive screw punt. It's into the square. Arnold from behind. Calm. Taylor in quickly. Templeton. Oh, he gives the handball to Sure. I think he could have kicked it himself. on his natural foot. Sewer throws it with his left hand, or it looked as though he did. Templeton, and the ball a stalemate in the forward pocket, right next to the boundary line. Well, what an opportunity it was for Stephen Nichols then, Peter, to put it on his boot. That point might have been handy.
Well, certainly from here, Robert, it looked as though he could, but the handball missed Ralph. The bounce down, Parker and Redden. Back it goes towards Taylor. A free kick's been given in favour of Kevin Harris. The North Adelaide players down there arguing with umpire Argent about it. But Kevin Harris has got the free kick, and he has played well. Everything he does means something, Kevin Harris. 12th kick. What a bad kick either. He's put it through. Kevin Harris has just booted his second goal. The Warriors back in front by 6 points now on Seven's big lead.
One great thing about Kevin Harris, and that is his ability to really produce when the team wants something. He is one of the great players of Woodville, players that people don't know a lot about. We don't see them a lot on the telly replays. But this afternoon you're seeing a little champion, their vice-captain. That's a great goal.
Well, can they get it down to Michael Parsons again, North Adelaide? Redden, Klomp, the handball, not quite quick enough, but he copped one high, and he's going to boot North Adelaide into attack. Parsons on a long lead from the forward pocket. Libbis got to him then. Oh, he hurt himself too. Libbis, I think he's cramping. Away goes Robertson. He's getting the odd boo from the Woodville crowd. They're not too happy with him. And there's a trip against David Robertson, and Lum will take it. Whoa. There's a bit of feeling amongst the crowd. I've got a feeling there's a few underdog supporters here. That went through Redden. Andrew Taylor. Oh, excuse me. They are going everywhere at the moment. I hope no one gets reported, because the game's been too good for that. Taylor and Klomp have just about knocked each other out. Taylor certainly needs a couple of powders. Whoa. Parker. Harris. Away he goes. Oh, he's a powerful man. Two North Adelaide players. Wieldy, awkward mark. Great mark. I tell you what, there's some tired players out there, Robert. It's been a crackerjack game.
Certainly has. They've got to find a bit more yet, all of them. We'll have 10 minutes to go, or at least 5 to 10. Wieldy running across half-back. He's looking for the ball. Just bouncing in a hole. It's a bit wet out there, David. Whoops, there's a free kick for in the back against John Mark. And that free kick to Paul Arnold, who somehow or others found himself up on centre wing. He's run half the ground. His kick is to centre half forward, looking for Parsons. Libbis not taking any chances now. Schwarz off hands, dispossessed. Lund kicks it away. Players diving on top. Looks like Andrew Rogers is sat on there by Darren Jarman. No free kick. I suppose that's fair too, because Darren Jarman, same thing happened to him at the other end of the ground. And he didn't get a free kick, so the umpire just letting him get in there as long as they're going for the ball. That's a long knock away by Rogers, up towards the centre. Oh, that's a great take by McDonald. Opportunity for Gary Haylock as he kicks to half forward. Taylor's underneath the ball, puts his body in magnificently, brings it to ground. Here's an opportunity for Templeton. Can he kick it? He needs a score, that's all. No! Paul Arnold, well done. Arnold in rebound, comes to Wieldy. He needed a behind then. He's caught, trying to play on because they know they've got a score. Randall Jolly, and he gets the ball back to Stephen Nichols, and Nichols is way out in the pocket. Peter, I think if I was Stephen Nichols with his kick, I'd have a go. They've only got to score 1 point to hit the lead.
Well, to go further than a goal up. What a great kick! Oh, he put it through! Oh, well called, Robert. He must have heard you. The screw punt curled around and went through for his 7th goal. What a marvellous performance by Nichols. Oh, they're 2 goals up now. We're going into time on, and I don't think North Adelaide can get there, although you never know, they're a very good team.
Coach Malcolm Blight scratching his head, he can't believe it. A player to perform that kick shows a lot of experience. That's a great kick. He went for the right kick and it worked for them. If you do the right things often enough, they're sure to come off. Klomp's in there, try for North Adelaide. The North and South Adelaide supporters, as well as the Woodville supporters, cheering on the Woodville players here. Opportunity for Libbis as he comes out. He kicks it off the ground towards McDonald. He goes back, he's in trouble. Poyton's after him, but he gets his kick to half forward. Here's the little strong man Harris. A little powerhouse, a beautifully controlled handball. Templeton
everyone here supporting Woodville. I really do. They've gone berserk, the crowd here at Football Park. Stephen Nichols again, fantastic. But what about the vice-captain? Tell you what, he has really performed superbly for them. As I mentioned before, everything he does out there means something.
Coach Wiseman Noonan, he certainly has reason to pout his lips because this has been a superb performance. Haylock, kick by Martin to half forward. John Riley saves the day. Riley at half back. His kick up towards Armfield. Coming across though, Andrew Rogers. He takes the mark.
Played well too, Andrew Rogers. The difference, 18 points, Woodville leading. 11th kick to Rogers. Taylor smashed into the back of that pack. Simmons threw the ball out. Now Tiller. The North Adelaide captain puts his team back into attack. Parsons and Levis. Off hands, well done, Schwarz. Got the handball out. Woodville trying to run it out through Rogers again. He's at the bottom of the pack. And umpire Laurie Argent will bounce it. Right half forward flank, Woodville leading. They want a double chance this year. Here's a go for Klomp. That's a good tough handball out to Sanders. Dietrich is on his own. The big chap goes back. He's going to mark it. No, he's not. Can't pick the ball up. In comes Poynton. Tries to get back onto that left boot. He does it well. No mark taken as Detman comes in. Woodville will run it out again. Schwarz missed the kick. Players stack up in there, but I tell you what, they're fighting pretty hard. They're giving it everything in there. And finally, umpire Laurie Argent will come in and bounce it.
Woodville persevering. That was a fine attempt by Schwarz to relieve from the fence. He ran on for the handball, made some 20 metres to back up. So Woodville have kept that their game. Even though that one didn't work particularly, they certainly haven't lost anything from it at this stage. John Martin. Round his body towards centre wing. Taylor up high, fisting towards the boundary line. Templeton puts a hand to it. Knocks it out of bounds. We're over 28 minutes into the last quarter. Woodville 115 points. North Adelaide 97. 14-13 plays 18-7. Great performance by Woodville. 25 shots to 27. By gee, they played well in this last quarter, as they have all day. Of course, the last quarter is the one that counts. They've got to come home. And they've certainly come home with a very wet sail. Bounce down on centre wing. 28 points to difference. Big fellow pass, knocking it down. Klomp puts a hand on it, gets it to Darren Jarman. Darren Jarman to half forward. Clears the half forward line, runs on into the pocket. Max Parker coming across quickly. Schwarz is there as well, and he taps it towards the boundary line and out of bounds. So there'll be a throw in the right-hand forward pocket for North Adelaide.
Well, they can't win it from here. They have to score 4 times to beat Woodville, and we're well into time on. It's going to be a fantastic victory for the Warriors, and have they earned it? A blistering last quarter. They've run right over North Adelaide. More desperate. Their tackling has been superb, and they've had a couple of menacing forwards, particularly Nichols, who has really wreaked havoc in the North Adelaide back line. Ably led by Max Parker and Kevin Harris. But they've had leaders all over the ground. I don't think I've ever seen anyone attack the ball like Rouse Sewer with reckless abandon. They've just driven the ball forward. Superb performance. Some people call them a Cinderella side. Well, they've certainly thrown that tag away. Laurie Argent now will bounce. Right half forward flank for North Adelaide. The crowd just waiting for that final siren to go. It's not far off. Woodville after the double chance. A free kick to North Adelaide now. Tiller the recipient. He'll go in long. 12th kick. Parker in front. Big leap Max Parker. Couldn't take the mark. Fantasia got the handball out. Lunn it is now. He comes across ground towards Detman. Sanders with pace. Gets there first, but taps it over the line.
Well, Woodville playing it very well. That was a good defensive kick then by Alex Lunn. Ran it towards the boundary line. Slipped it around. The siren's gone. Woodville, they've done it. They're really going for the top 3 spots now, looking for a double chance. Woodville 18-7, 115. Defeating North Adelaide 14-13, 97 on 7th big lead.
It was a fantastic game of football, and Malcolm Blight certainly very, very happy with the way his team performed. A brilliant victory, and one which has shot them right into the double chance calculation. There it is, an 18-point victory to Woodville. Nichols booted 7, Harris 3, Haylock